Not too long ago, Candace Owens made some comments in reference to not remembering racism as a kid, or some to the effect that Obama is responsible for the current racial climate. It looks like folks went out and dug up some history involving Candace Owens and the racial problems she had as a kid in high school. It looks like some folks got her phone number back in high school, called and made some racial threats. And what the fuck's going on with this? Hold on. Yeah, it made some racial threats to her. And her parents got involved, NAACP got involved, and they got a settlement. But this is, now don't get me wrong, Candace Owens, I respect her position because she's the only black female that I know politically bringing up the issue of the black family structure, how the abortion numbers are affecting the black population, the black political power, and how, as black Americans perpetuating this victim narrative and acting as if we can't do for ourselves is not a healthy mentality. So I agree with her wholeheartedly on those issues. And this is why I do like her personality. I like her approach as far as her politics. Now, what I think about her, it's no different than how those white folks go out and get those Southeast Asians to go up against affirmative action. These white Nazis, white supremacists, they're very good at going out and getting people that are either black or somewhat black, like those Southeast Asians that look black, or Southeast Indian. Well, those guys from India, Red Dot Indians, they look kind of black, but they're not. Well, these neo-Nazis, they'll get those kind of fucking Asians to go out and protest against affirmative action or protest against some racial issue, because they have this way of trying to get black people who may look black, but they're really not. Like Candace Owens, she's Caribbean. She's not a she's not a foundational black American. She's not an ADOS black American. So what they do is they go out and they get these types of black folks, and they get them to, well, not black folks, they get these people who look black, and they get these folks to do their bidding for them. For example, like that Southeast Asian with the affirmative action thing. They get these Asians to go up against certain things that black folks were pushing for. And that was one of those things. And affirmative action, don't get me wrong, benefited more white women than anybody else. And I don't even really agree with affirmative action like that, honestly. But at the end of the day, they're always getting people like Candace Owens and these other quasi-black folks, somewhat black folks that look black, to make their argument. Just so they can say, see, a black person is making this argument, so we can't be wrong. That's what the alt-right does. All right, let's get into this article. The lawsuit filed in May accused the city of failing to act in part because one of the callers is, hold on, I gotta make sure I read this shit right. All right. One of the
do whatever it takes to get into the end zone.
The fuck? All right. The lawsuit filed in May accused the city of failing to act, in part because one of the callers is the son of Stanford Mayor Daniel Malley, whatever that is. So it appears that, like I said, Candace Owens, somebody got her phone number. And this was, I believe Candace Owens was dating one of these guys, okay, one of these racist white guys in high school. She liked them more than they liked her, and she was the typical black chick they made fun of and, poke fun at, and she just was looking for white validation. It's the typical bullshit. And look, if that's the road she wanted to go down, then let her go down that road. She's going to end up brokenhearted, disappointed, and kicked to the side, like most of these delusional black broads that are used by these white dudes. These alt-right guys have an agenda, and when they have an agenda, they use people for their agenda, and they dispose of them. And she's going to be one. Now, with this case, back when she was a kid, the mayor's son, the governor's son, or one of the two, I guess, was involved with 3 other guys who called her phone, made racial threats, threatened to kill her, threatened to tar her, threatened to do all this racist shit to her. They threatened her all types of shit. And what happened was the NAACP got involved. The settlement for $37,000 took place. Ultimately, the mayor's son was arrested, but no charges, I don't think. And ultimately, after he was arrested, she was arrested later on, the article mentions. And this is how I know it was some fucking girlfriend-boyfriend type of thing. Or at the very least, she was trying to seek white validation, trying to be accepted by these white dudes. And they were just making a joke out of her, calling her dirty. You know, the typical games they play with the only black girl in the town, like in the school. You know how, like, to me, it seems like this was the type of environment where it was an all-white school, mostly majority white school, and you got a handful of black chicks that are just looking for white validation so much they will allow themselves to be degraded. And that's the scenario she found herself in. And that's the kind of, foreign black woman she is. So at a certain extent, I'm not going to put my neck on the line for Candace Owens. But I do agree with her political position as far as black folks, becoming self-reliant and not playing the victim. This other shit about her is shady. Yeah, she's just being used by these alt-right dudes. And it's only laughable, in my opinion. The exact amount the Board of Education paid the family of Candace Owens, now an 18-year-old Stanford High graduate, was made public yesterday after the advocate filed a Freedom of Information request last week. The Board of Education spent an additional $25,000 on legal expenses, including representation by a Hartford law firm, Shipman and Goodwin, LLP. School board spokeswoman Sarah Arnold said. Get my cigar, hold on. It's unfortunate, man, that she had to do this in order to get the attention of the mayor or the governor's son. But this is the price, and these are the things some of these delusional broads will go through in order to get white validation. And it's laughable. And this is why I say you can't put your neck on a line all the way for a lot of these chicks, especially when they allow themselves to be used. They allow themselves to be used. All right. The case was terminated 2 weeks ago at a settlement conference, according to court records. As part of the settlement, the Board of Education denied any wrongdoing and liability. The school board has 30 days from the settlement date to pay the Owens family by check to their attorney, Norman Pettis. The entire $62,500 tab will come out of a $375,000 legal fund. The case was resolved to the mutual satisfaction of both parties, said Patrick Fahey, one of the attorneys who represented the Board of Education. He declined to comment further. Neither Pettis nor Robert Owens, the father of Candace Owens, returned phone messages. The Board of Education attempted to keep the terms of the settlement from being disclosed because of a confidentiality clause. But the Freedom of Information Commission said that any settlement funded by taxpayer is public record unless it is sealed by the court. The settlement marked the end of a year-long controversy that stoked racial tensions and political drama. Last February, at least one of 5 teenagers sitting in a car left messages threatening to kill Owens, who is black, and repeatedly used a racial epithet. Yeah, and what did she do? She went on to, continue to seek white validation after this. And she pretended, 2 weeks ago that as a kid, she doesn't remember having to deal with the racial issues. Not until Obama came into office. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't like Obama. But her trying to pander to these alt-right neo-Nazi pussies is pathetic. It's just pathetic and it's laughable. All right, let me see. In one of these messages, one of them referred to her as dirty and threatened to burn her house down and tar and feather her. These are the type of fucking. This is what black chicks go through when they are in a majority white school and trying to and they're trying to seek white validation from white guys. These white guys mentally torture them, call them all types of shit, and these bitches will just still go ahead and do it, and that's fine. Listen, do your thing, but when it goes south, you bitch, don't ask me to protect you, don't ask me to defend you. Okay, you're on your own. Once you do this, you're just on your own. The group included Molly's youngest son, Sam, then 14. The mayor released a statement in March saying his son cooperated with police and did not know the alleged ringleader. Now, I think she was either in a relationship or dating or trying to date one of these dudes. I mean, it comes out, and it's clear they lead on to it. Let me see. Even Kopech or Owens, before the night of the calls, he declined comment since then. Kopech, now 18, was a former friend and classmate of Owens. Of course! Duh! They were couples. Alright? This is the typical way these white dudes treat black chicks. And hey, if that's going to be the case, fine. I'm just going to keep myself over here, mind my business, live my life, and these delusional black broads can't come running back asking for any type of assistance or protection when this type of shit happens. And it's strange, these black chicks are always they don't date the cool white football coach I had, the cool white baseball coach I had, the cool white basketball coach I had. No, these black chicks are always getting involved with either racist white guys that hate black men, or they just get with racist, twisted white guys. It just never seems to fail. When it's all said and done, you find out that this black chick was dealing with a racist, a racist white guy who hated black guys. They always seek that. It's always the case. It's just always the case. What was that? Owens left school for 6 weeks saying, hold on, I missed the whole fucking paragraph. 2 days before the phone incident, they had a shouting match during class. School officials suspended Kopech for that, but would not discipline him and the other boys for an incident committed off school grounds unless the police made an arrest, which drew criticism from the State National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. I'm telling you, look, man, this reeks of a girlfriend-boyfriend relationship, or this chick, Candace, was not getting the validation she was looking for, and she got upset. Owens left school for 6 weeks, saying it was traumatic to attend with the alleged callers. Bitch, you gave them your number, you were trying to fuck with them, and now they showed you how they really feel about you. And that's the thing, like, I mean, these white folks would be cool with you, until they have to look at you as their equal. The minute they have to look at you as their equal, then that's when they get uncomfortable. All right? Now, as long as she's willing to be a ghetto gagger and take on an inferior position to these white folks and these white guys, they'll tolerate her dumbass. Yeah, of course. But as soon as they believe or they think they have to treat her as an equal, oh, that's when the racial jokes come out. But see, she's too stupid to see that. Let me see. Now, if you can show me the reverse, where you got black guys that have a pattern or a history of breaking up with a white chick, and then you find out this white chick's racist, I will fucking give you that. But I don't see this shit. I only see black chicks ending up, whenever they get into a breakup, it's always with a racist-ass white guy that hates black men. That's what I always realize, man. It's like, There's nothing goes together more than a racist white guy and a delusional self-hating black bitch. That's what I noticed. The lawsuit said the decision to delay suspension amounted to a failure to protect Owens. The suit accused the city of violating the federal title rule banning discrimination in schools that receive federal funding. The school system has continued to do nothing to protect Miss Owens from repeated harassment. She likes this shit. These bitches like that type of shit. We'll protect her from the shit that she fucking searches for. None of the students involved in the case attend Stanford High anymore, Arnold said. Candace Owens was arrested in an unrelated harassment case in October. Look, read this shit. Candace Owens was arrested in an unrelated harassment case in October. These motherfuckers were they were fucking couples. I'm gonna highlight this shit for you motherfuckers. This bitch trying to play like she was all innocent. Bitch, you were fucking ghetto gagging and you were in with these motherfuckers. And when they started showing you the racist side, you were saying, why don't you accept me? Why don't you guys like me? That's why you fucking, pulled that race card on that time, you stupid broad. I had to highlight that. Man, I'm gonna read it again. Candace Owens was arrested in an unrelated harassment case in October. In November, Kopech pleaded to being a youthful offender and had his case sealed. He will have no criminal record. He faced charges of first-degree harassment and second-degree intimidation by bigotry or bias. It is not known whether Molly's son was charged because he is a juvenile. Hold on, was he charged or not? Let me get to that. Let me get that last sentence again. Hold on. The fuck? I gotta read that last sentence. Hold on. The fuck? Let me see. Where's that last sentence at? None of the students involved. All right. It is not known. All right. Right here. He faced charges of first-degree harassment and second-degree intimidation by bigotry. Those were the charges. All right. So, let me see. He's known. They said, hold on, one sentence, hold on. He faced charges of first-degree harassment and second-degree intimidation by bigotry or bias. It is not known whether Molly's son was charged. All right, I don't know, man. They gave you two different fucking sentences. First, they say he faced charges, right? And then the last sentence, they say, it's not known if he was charged because he's a minor. Fuck out of here. I gotta go, man.
Full moon, heard the whisper tones, niggas roll and they choose to roll. Kill them all, watch now, nigga, truth be told. West side was the walk by, look how they scatter. Nigga down from my 30-yard brain splatter. Wonder why these niggas throw shields so the fire crazy. So think the world made me, that nigga die. Every time I ride, it's for reasons. Hard to kill a nigga cause I'm coming back like Jesus. Stab down to my ill nation, front of the drug gates. Looking at my congregations, over the third mates. Mama gave a nigga breath. I'm like a threat, so I invest in the best and making niggas watch the every step. Label me a threat. And I ain't even got started with this shit yet. Little stab, baby. Hands on my best to listen. I'm a fighter, every nigga breathe to pay attention. It's about to show you motherfuckers how it feels. Drop my body, the simple glimpse of my life there.
That's why I wanted to die at that point. Because I was like, I'm tired. The only reason I was happy was because I didn't want them to take me out.
Cause I know I'll die soon. Time to be a ghost. I hope they bury me and send me to my rest. Airlines reading murder to death. My last breath. Take a look, picture a crook on his last stand. Motherfuckers don't understand if I die tonight.
That I was the truest nigga involved with Biggie's success. I was the biggest help. I was the truest nigga. I don't write his rhymes.
I smoke a blunt to take the pain out, and if I wasn't high, I'd probably try to blow my brains out. I'm hopeless. They should have killed me as a baby, and now they got me trapped in the storm. I'm going crazy. Forgive me. They want to see me in my casket, and if I don't blast, I'll be a victim of the bastards. I'm losing hope, they got me stressing, can the Lord forgive me? Got the spirit of a thug in me. Another sip of that drink, this Tennessee got me queasy. Don't wanna hurl, young nigga, take it easy. Picture your dreams on a triple B, and it seems don't underestimate the power of a fiend's. Every worry me, and every single day is a test. Wear a bulletproof vest, and still a nigga stressing over death. If I could choose when a nigga die, figure I take a puff from the blunt and let my trigger fly. With every day it's another death, with every breath it's a constant threat. So watch your step. You could be next if you want to. Who do you run to? Murdering niggas, look what it's come to. My memories bring me misery, and life is hard in the ghetto, it's insanity. I can't breathe, got me thinking what do hell got? Cause I done suffered so much, I'm feeling shell-shocked. So I know I'll die soon. Time to be a ghost. I hope they bury me and send me to my rest. Headlines reading murder to death. My last breath, take a look, picture a crook on this last stand. Motherfuckers don't understand if I die tonight. So I know I'll die soon. Time to be a ghost. I hope they bury me and send me to my rest. Headlines reading murder to death. My last breath, take a look, picture a crook on this last stand. Motherfuckers don't understand if I die tonight. If I die tonight.